one light, two light. That light?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Wait, are you gonna say it or am I gonna say it?
Hi, this is. Oh wait. I know you were gonna say it. I wanted to just say it. Hi, this is Katie.
So, if you guys have been watching my vlogs for the past like week or 2 or 6, or I don't know, this is my friend Gabriel. Lives in his car. He has a YouTube channel. He's super, super cool. He has an accent. Talk right now. Say
Talk,
pizza.
Pizza. Talk right now. TED Talk podcasts.
His accent is my favorite. But anyway, so we have done a few vlogs, but we recorded so much footage that it's gonna be like a multiple series. So this is, I think, the last video of the series, I think. So we're just gonna get into some more vlog stuff.
Am I allowed to do the thing now?
No.
No. How are we just gonna...
Go!
What is...
Just vlog now. Okay, go.
Okay, bye.
We're already at almost an hour of footage.
That's crazy.
We're at about 45 minutes of footage.
This is how our dialogue goes all day.
Yeah,
it's like we just talk. Like it's we can talk about anything.
We only started talking, you messaged me in April.
Yes, on April 20th.
Yep, April 20th, because we just went back and like found the
exact
first message at least that I saved.
Right.
Was him saying like, hey, I have a YouTube video, my first YouTube video, I'd love if you checked it out.
Right.
His video was just really like, I watched it, I'm like, oh my goodness, like this guy, like you could just tell how some people are so fake positive. And I never want to see fake positive. If I'm doing a video and I'm in a good mood, it's probably because I'm just in a good mood. I might be exaggerating the teeniest bit, but you can just tell when sometimes like that when sometimes they're really fake.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think that positivity is fake and I don't think that's okay. I think realistic positivity or logical positivity is fine.
Absolutely.
Or I think it's great actually. But how Gabriel, like especially his video, but then even just knowing him on a personal level, he actually like, I could tell him something that I'm upset about and he'll figure out how to say it in a positive way, but not in an annoying positive way, not in like a oh you're dumb for thinking that it's negative. He does it, at least for me, in a way that actually just like, oh yep, no, that makes sense and that works and I get it. And you're not gonna find a lot of people like that, so if you do, hold on to them. No, but it's just true, because you could do that to someone else and they might be like, oh my god, shut up, like they might think you're annoying. I don't. Everyone thinks I'm annoying, I know that, but like
you're not annoying.
But you're lying.
No. You're intense. You're a lot. You speak like
I am a lot.
I feel like if someone's not listening to you, you can come across as that. But if like it doesn't like follow a linear chart when she speaks. It's more like a zigzag. So you have to listen to the first thing that she said, and that's gonna connect to the last thing that she said. But you need to listen to like understand everything in between to get to the end. No, I get that.
But yeah, I don't even remember where I was going with this, but you are just like what I would consider like an actual, like a logical positive.
I like that. I consider myself an optimist.
Yeah, but see, I even think that optimist sometimes it's just like, oh, your leg fell off? Well, don't worry about it. You know, you're just more like, okay, well, what do we do now?
Right. What's
because
the next
there's
step?
there's two different ways to look at, or there's a bunch of different ways to look at something, but in a more
Hi.
In a more in a positive way, there's again that false positive, just like, oh, you're fine, like you're great, whatever, blah blah. Or like, okay, well, now what's the next step? Like, okay, your leg literally just fell off. Okay, let's get you to a hospital. But then
get you a new one.
Yeah, let's get you
a robotic one.
Let's get you
kick through walls.
Let's get you a new exactly. But like honestly, that's what he would say. But he doesn't say it. It's not annoying. It's not fake positive. It's not like it's just really like actual positive. Like there is a really positive way to look at any situation, and that's kind of what you're talking about with that woman at Acadia. You could be in a situation that you don't want to be in.
Right.
And I've been tons of times that I've even literally caught myself being in negative situations and being like, well, I hope that other person changes so that this situation changes. When in reality, if I changed my perception, it would change the whole situation. And that literally took me almost 32 years to figure out. And honestly, like even just, I was telling you yesterday my perception changed on a lot of things. And I'm like, wow, you know what? Not everyone's gonna change, even in a way that like it would be best for them. And so my perception might need to change. And like I'm 8 years older, you're 24. I'm 8 years older than he is. I started doing all this car stuff when I was like 26, on and off, but I was still, the first time I slept in my car, I was about, oh no, wait. The first time I slept in my car, I was probably 25. And then the first time I lived in my car, like on the road, I was 26.
I still have you beat.
And yeah, no, you do, but that's what I'm saying, is that also like, I'm learning things that he already knows, even though I'm 8 years older than he is. And you could be 50. And because I get messages all the time that I'm 60 and I'm about to go live in my car. And it's like, whether,
awesome.
yeah, and whether you have to or whether you want to, you can still look at it in a positive way that can benefit you. And it's so hard. I get that. If you're put in a situation you don't want to be in, it is so difficult. And so even when he is so positive, he understands how difficult things are. and I think, wow, why can't I talk right now? He understands how difficult things are, and so do I, but it's possible. That's what it is. It's not that it's easy, but it's possible to look at something in a positive way, to look at something in a way that will be beneficial, that will help you, that will help others, that will help your situation, that will help your future, that will help your present. Changing your perception, changing your idea. Even my life right now is already changing, but things change. And it's like, a lot of people are afraid of change. And a lot of people and just kind of what we were talking about an hour ago, is that our brains want to stay the same because that will keep us the safest to stay alive.
Yes.
So they don't want to change. We want to have, you know, like a routine and structure. And again, some routine and structure is totally fine. It's absolutely fine. And even for people like us, having like a little thing that's structured, like he just said he has his morning routine. I have like my 9 to 5 job that I have. I did this only because it's really 9 to like 6, and that's steady, you know, or having a relationship steady, a friendship, a hobby even, or just if you go to the gym every day, whatever it is, having something that's routine does generally help people.
Absolutely.
Even if they wouldn't think it might help them. You know, like even if the people who live on the road or live very sporadic kind of lives. But there are just certain people who feel stuck in like the same routine. Like I've met people who literally, if I talked to them 2 years ago and I talk to them right now, nothing has changed in their lives. And some people, that is what's best for them. It really is. Some people, that is what's best for them, their family, their future, their goals, that is what's best for them. But I know that there are tons of people that it's not best for them, but they feel stuck. They're scared. They don't know what to do. And it's like, okay, just, you can change. You can change your perspective on things, but you can also change your actions. You can change even your goals. Honestly, I think it's okay to quit goals. I think it's totally okay. If you have a goal and you start going towards it and you're like, nah, I don't like this, it's totally fine. If you're going towards it and you want to stop because it's hard, don't do that. Don't give up.
Never.
Don't give up because it's hard. But if you realize you don't like it, then I think it's okay to quit.
Yes, and it's like holding on to something for too long is a terrible thing to do. And I think that's actually, I made a video quite recently in the last few months called Burning My Bridges, and letting go, it's difficult. It's so difficult. I'm a committed person, and that's why for me walking away from like the safe, steady job was challenging, because I do like some structure and routine, as we touched on earlier. That morning and evening ritual, I have a set morning and evening ritual that amounts to 20% of my day. Like I have something that I do every single morning. Like every single morning I wake up to an alarm. I then instantly have a motivational playlist, right? A few tracks that I listen to that's uplifting, and I do that. And I know I'm going through the process and make myself some morning coffee, and I do that every single morning. And that just, I start my day off right. But that's all the routine I need. That's all the structure that I personally need. And it's about self-awareness. Like you need to know what works for you.
Like, everything about self-awareness, guys. Everything. And a lot of people think they're self-aware, but they're really not. It's really important, to be able to be like, oh wait, I suck at this, or oh wait, I'm good at this, or oh wait, this is what I want, or this is what I don't want. Self-awareness, guys.
100%.
Important.
And if you're not self-aware to know,
hard, but
it's very difficult. And if you're not self-aware to know when you need to let go and how much certainty, safety, security that you need, I didn't need everything planned out. I still don't have everything figured out, but I have enough of it figured out to give me certainty inside, and that takes self-awareness, and it's very difficult. That's what I know. Some people do need to see the entire staircase, but my question to you is, why? Do a little self-awareness and figure out why. Why do you actually need that much certainty? And what is the lowest level of certainty that you need? And what is the maximum that you need to do something? And where can you find a middle ground? Because if I had complete certainty, I would never have done this list. If I had complete certainty, I would never have done this list. And that's why I made that video, Burning My Bridges. I had to get in a motor accident. I had to go through all of those things in order to just give me some perspective to realize what's truly important. It forced me to be still, and it forced me to stop being busy and start being productive, because there's a difference between the two. You can be busy engaging in meaningless tasks. It's like, I used to be so efficient at tasks that need not to be done in the first place. Okay, it's terrible, and it's a distraction, because it's right, we're distracting ourselves from what's most important. But sometimes, to touch on that point that you said earlier, sometimes you need to know when to let go. But don't let go if it's difficult, or it's like, you know, it's scary. No,
or people are telling you that you can't do it.
No, wrong time to let go. But if you do something, you realize this is not who you are, it's not part of your authentic self, that is growth. That takes courage. That is personal awareness.
And that's letting go of people, that's letting go of goals, jobs.
Absolutely.
Anything, any certainty, it takes a lot of strength, and that's even scary for everyone, but it's like actual growth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. And that's what I'm saying. Certain people will operate differently, or everyone will operate differently. You just need to know how much certainty you need. Practice self-awareness. It's a skill. Self-awareness is truly a skill. It's like playing an instrument. You're not going to pick it up and play, what, the Fifth Symphony. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my analogies wrong. I think so too. But you're not gonna become Mozart in a day. Like, it's gonna take dedication, hard work. Repetition is a mother of skill. Like, you got to do this every single day, or at least make a habit out of it, make a routine of it, and know how much certainty do I need in order to do something. At first, I thought I needed a lot of certainty. I was like, no, I need to have all the money I need to do this entire trip. I didn't. But it's something that my brain, it's something that I thought I had to do. But
and other people probably.
Absolutely. People said,
yeah, everyone, how do you have the money for that?
Right. And they said,
you can find,
you can't do that.
You can find a way to make money. There's always jobs, there's always things. And things can be less expensive than you think they are, like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and like, this is America, okay? I'm not American, but they gave me an interest-free credit card for like 15 months. That's how I'm funding this trip. I'll figure it out. Like, it's just, I have 15 months. I have time to figure this out. I'm not gonna screw myself over. Can I say screw on your channel?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanna make sure. I'm not gonna screw myself over. I'm obviously going to caution myself with all these things. I'm not gonna say, well, I have a $5,000 credit card, I'm gonna spend $5,000 in a day. Right. No, I'm gonna do the math. All right, how much can I spend on food and on XYZ every single month? And work around that. That worked around $318. That's all I can spend per month for the entire time. And if you just practice that self-awareness to find out how much certainty you actually need. I thought I needed 100%. Maybe you think you need 100% right now, but in reality, you need 1/10 of that. And it's incredible. When I actually sat down and I did the math, I started to believe just a little bit, just like a little bit. And I was like, I can do this. It's within reach. The next day, I went over again and I realized, whoa, I can do this. I can still do this. Like, this wasn't some fantasy, this wasn't some dream. But there were many times when I thought of not doing it, when I thought of just walking away from it all. And I realized there was never my voices telling me that. It was the voices of other people. And that's what the Burning Bridges, my video, was about. It's that I literally cut ties. And it was, till this day, it was possibly one of the most challenging things I've ever had to do. But I realized if someone's presence does not add value to your life, then their absence won't make a difference. And that was a profound realization for me to make, to learn how to let go, to learn the goals that I set for myself previously, the career goals, the traditional goals. These were not goals, they weren't actually mine. The 25 before 25 list, that was pure, that was mine, that was my goals, dreams, and aspirations. But yet I was working so hard to follow some traditional route, work 40 hours a week for 40 years for 40% of a pension, like, you know, that traditional linear 9-to-5 lifestyle. That wasn't
Which is fine if it's what you want.
If it's what you want, yes.
But that's what it always is. It's like, it's fine if you love math and you really want to be an accountant and that's been like your goal.
Yes.
Because you love it and like it makes you feel fulfilled, then do it.
With everything you have.
Exactly. And do it the best you possibly can.
The very best.
Be the best accountant in the world.
Woo!
And if you've always wanted to work with penguins and you want to work in a zoo, but it ended up being a 9-to-5, but you love it.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're just saying that there's a lot of people who have these 9-to-5 jobs, and sometimes you got to pay your dues. And we've talked about that too. You gotta pay your dues sometimes. Yes. Sometimes, you know what? Like, I've talked to people who like were in bands or who are still in bands or whatever. Someone was like, oh yeah, I used to like work for like a few months. Okay. And then I would be able to take off for a few months and I would save all that money when I worked, and so I'd be able to go on tour. So sometimes, but like, and it wasn't even they worked a job they liked, but it was a kind of like a means to an end kind of thing. Absolutely. They needed that whatever, $2,000, and so they did what they did. They worked, I think he worked like Dunkin' Donuts or something, but he got a job. And no job is beneath you, by the way, if it's going to help you with your goals and help you with your life. Nothing is beneath you. I had this conversation with my best friend the other day too. Yes. And so if you are in a touring band, you really, really want to tour, but you don't have the money, go work at Dunkin' Donuts. Go work at McDonald's, go be a waiter, go be a janitor, go be any job that people are like, oh, that's beneath me. It's not beneath you. Go do it, and then it'll help you to be doing the things, because sure, most people can't just jump into their goal tomorrow. Right. Some can, absolutely, but it might be like, oh, you know what? I really do want to do this goal, but actually I realized it would make me feel better. Actually better, not better because other people like advice, but actually better if you save $2,000. Go get a job. Go save up your money. Yes. Don't go out to eat for 2 months because you don't have to. Work 12 hours a day for 2 months because you can do that. Go get 3 jobs. Go do what you can. Put in the work. I'm still putting in the work. I feel like there's so many people. I work like 11, 12 hours a day sometimes. It is work. It's work. I spent the day with her. It's crazy. It's like she's focused. She's like, no, wait, listen, let's work. And I was like, great. Like, you know those people, when you come across certain people that you can be alone together? That's right here. Like, absolutely. Yeah. Like, you work really hard. And there's a lot of people who think like, oh, you work online, so you're not really working. And sure, there are some times where I'm able to take a break, a longer break, or where I'm not working 12 hours. I vlogged all weekend. It's work. It takes a lot of work. And again, I've had all these conversations with my best friend too. I wish he'd be in my videos. He has a full-time job that he owns his own business, and he's learning because he wants to start a second business. So he's learning. He literally, I think he said like 2 days ago, worked from 8 a.m. to midnight, and he didn't even notice because his roommate was like, you're still working it's midnight. And my best friend was like, oh, I didn't even notice, because he was working for whatever, 16 hours. He's so focused on what he wanted. He's so focused on what he wants. He doesn't complain about it. He doesn't like say like, oh, this is hard, I don't want to do this. Or he doesn't like talk about it to get praise, doesn't talk about it to get sympathy. He just does it. And so if you got to work 12 hours a day, do it. If you have to work 3 jobs you don't really like, but you know that you only have to do them for 6 months because then you can reach your goal, just do it. Obviously, again, not all goals you can start right this second, but do them as soon as possible. Because waiting till you're 60, you might never get to 60. Waiting until you're married, you might never get married. Waiting, and all the waiting until, if it's out of your control, when you die, not really in your control. Right. When you get married, it's not even really in your control, because you gotta meet someone else. If it has to do with someone else, or with what God wants for you, or whatever, you can't control that. But you can control if you're gonna go work or not. You can control that. You can control how many jobs you have and how many hours you work. And people complain about it all the time. Like, oh, I have to work 3 jobs. This sucks. Yeah, a lot of people do. Shut up and just go do it. Just do it. Right. And shut up about it and do it as much as you need to, and then go further. Just keep going. And I'm not saying that it's easy, and I'm not saying that you got to be 24 or 32 or whatever. You can learn this when you're 75, but you still can do it. Absolutely. Colonel Saunders from KFC started his business after he was 65. What excuse could you possibly have? Yeah. KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, finger looking good. Yeah. But that's even like J.K. Rowling, what she get denied like 17 times, bankrupt or whatever, until she was like 40. On that note, wow, are you kidding me? Like, I get denied 3 times. I'm like, okay, like, and it hurts. It hurts. Keep going. But she went on several times. Oh my god. There's a lot of stories like that with people who are really successful. And the thing is, you can define your own success. Success is whatever you think that it is, whatever you want it to be. Obviously, within like a healthy realm, you know what I mean? But just work towards it. And again, it might take you a week. You might be able to literally start in a week, but you might be able to start in 6 months. But you have to start. You have to start to start. You have to just go, and then you'll first of all realize that it's so much easier than you think it is most of the time, right? Most of the time it's so much easier. Like the first time sleeping in your car where you're like, oh, this is not really a big deal. Yes. I was like, and I'm not saying, some people it is gonna be like a little scary or whatever, but. Right. I wasn't scared per se, but I was definitely like, why did I wait this long to do it? Like, why? And to conclude on what she said is 2 things, actually. Something what you said earlier. When the voice and like the vision, when the desire, when the dream on the inside becomes louder and more profound than like the voices and the opinions on the outside, you've mastered.
your life. And that's a goal we should all like work towards. And you were saying just do it, just work on it, just do it every single day. I've been able to adopt the philosophy that every single day, this countdown that I have right here, every single day I've been telling myself, this day, I have 229 days left until my 25th birthday. And I woke up this morning, how I conclude my morning ritual is I tell myself, this day, Gabriel, this day will either be an advance or a retreat in the pursuit of your goals. The choice is yours. I can have a result or I can have an excuse. And today I'm going to have results. And then I take action.
I can't snap, really.
You can't snap? But yes, to conclude, just do it.
And that is, no.
You don't do that? Okay.
That was very French of you. Okay. And that is going to be it for this video. This is going to be like the third and final video in this little series of me like vlogging with Gabriel in his car. So if you haven't already, go subscribe to his channel. Like, just obviously. Like, why aren't you subscribed already? I'm gonna have it in the description. Just go watch his videos. Go subscribe to him. Go talk to him. I think there's something on my nose. I think I got it. Yeah.
Did you just flick it in my car? You flicked it in my car, though.
You have one of my hairs in your car now. Okay? You can like clone me now.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Jesus loves you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
So cool. Okay. Cheerio.
Ooh, not me. I wait on it like your lover. Then I go and toss that key.